Hello everybody! Welcome to our Republic of Karakalpaqstan.
Now there's kind of just actual crap around. Now we're gonna go inside. Qaraqalpaqstan means the land of the Qaraqalpak people. Kara meaning black, Kalpak meaning cap. So literally the land of the people with the black caps. Currently, it is an autonomous republic in Uzbekistan, in name anyway. In practice, they are still very much under the authority of Tashkent. We are going to check out this place north of Hiva, that far few people come to, given how difficult it is to get here. It's about a 4-hour drive through treacherous roads and conditions. Nobody here really speaks English. Very few people speak Russian.
Sorry, very.
And we've got a friend here who wants to be on camera. Hello.
I know I have a very good English, so can I join you for 2 seconds?
Sure. Hello.
Hello, where are you from?
America.
America, wow. Hello everybody. Welcome to our Republic of Karakalpaqstan. Do you hate the Russians?
Do I hate Russians?
The common question for Americans.
Do Americans hate Russians? Americans hate some Russians. They don't hate all Russians. No, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, because they are our ancestors. Yeah, we had all one history. So we respect also American people. I know that you have a big nation, 300,000. So come to Nukus, visit us. We have so many historical places like Ichankala in Hiva, like Jambaskala in our republic. So cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a nice day.
The funny thing is, right as I was saying that few people here speak English or Russian, well, my man comes to completely dispel that theory. So don't be saying nasty things in English to anybody here. One, they'll beat you up. Everybody here knows how to fight. 2, they'll understand you. And 3, it's just not nice. Down in front of us, we have a good example of a typical Khrushchevka. So typical Khrushchevkas were 3 to 5 floors. These were the buildings constructed during the Khrushchev administration. Guys, who is this guy? Mirza Ulugh. Who is he? Astronaut?
Oh, yeah.
Now it looks like Mirza Ulugh was actually a big mathematician from Qaraqalpaqstan. And now we've come across one of the biggest Soviet mosaics I've ever seen. Actually, quite possibly the only Soviet mosaic thus far I've ever seen. Oh, look at that. So mosaics were often put on various Soviet government buildings for decoration. If we just walk a little bit to the right, what do we have? We have another Soviet mosaic. We've got some buildings in the mosaic. There's a mosaic of some buildings that is on a building. So we know that these buildings must have in some way, shape or form existed at some point during the USSR, because otherwise we wouldn't have these Soviet mosaics here. Check out what we've just come across. It's another mosaic. And looks like we have found ourselves in another market. Today we are at the Nukus Bazaar in Qaraqalpaqstan doing a food tour. Let's go. Okay, what we need next is the bread that I've only seen here thus far, which is this one right there, which is way lighter and fluffier than the other lipushkas that we've been seeing. So we're gonna try it out. It's gonna get nice and folded up, and it's only 6,000 som for you mathematicians out there. Rahmat, that's only like 50 cents. We're just gonna rip off a piece right here with great alacrity. Bam. Let's see, let's just try some. I'm telling you, these people with their bread, this is just the greatest bread on the face of the planet. So that's the Nukus Bazaar. We're gonna step away from it for a little bit, and we're gonna hit up this town's, you guessed it, mosque. There's another Soviet building under construction right there. There's gonna be a Khrushchevka. Okay, obviously I'm kidding. Well, this is the mosque. The most important religious structure in all of Nukus. We seem to have stumbled upon an old Soviet playground. So, why don't we take a look? What do we have here? A shady little destroyed shed. Is there anything inside of interest? Just the smell of piss, actually. Completely abandoned. Yep. Just graffitied by whomever. The smell of piss. Completely destroyed. There used to be something. Probably of value here. Maybe it was some sort of a locker room. Let's get out of here. Ugh. Ugh. Smells far nicer out here than it did in there. And then here we have a slide that's all graffitied up, leading into a pool that's completely destroyed. Okay, this is straight out of the USSR. Come on, look at it. These are ancient. I think if somebody took a ride on it, they would just die. We sit down. Well, the weight of me is bringing the entire thing completely down. Ooh. Ooh. I feel like a little bit of gust would just completely destroy anyone who's sitting there and the ride. When the Bolsheviks had taken over Russia and expanded the USSR to the surrounding areas, a lot of stuff was banned, specifically a lot of art. There was no true free expression in any sort of media, let alone the art world. This museum, the Savitsky Museum, is known specifically for all of the avant-garde art that it houses, thanks to the collection accumulated by Igor Savitsky, a Ukrainian man who ended up here in the Autonomous Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan. Now, he had managed to amass this giant collection of avant-garde art. And the real question is, how did it not all get destroyed along with all the other art that the Soviets destroyed? Well, most likely because Nukus is so far away from Moscow, even Tashkent, that the Soviet authorities either simply just didn't know about it, or, well, for whatever reason, they didn't care. Hello from America. And so the collection kept going. Blech. And so the collection kept growing and growing and growing, and now it has become the biggest attraction in the city of Nukus. If you come here and you don't check it out and you tell a person from this place that you haven't been here, they're gonna go, what is wrong with you? It is a collection that's known all throughout Uzbekistan. Hello, hello. And now, that's why, well, I'm telling you about it.
What's cool is there are almost no people here.
Okay, check it out. You see this yurt? Now we're gonna go inside. Oh, okay. So this is what it looks like when you're inside of a yurt. A traditional home of the Qaraqalpaq people. Oh, look at that. It's like straw over here. And you got essentially a blanket right there. This is Qaraqalpaqstan's national dish that you must try if you come here. It's called gurtik iz ryby. You got that? So here we've got fish. This is essentially dough, some potatoes, various onions, etc. Whoa. It's got bones, but that's, a given. That is stupidly tender. It's flavorful, and it's incredibly tender. This is some of the best fish I think I've ever had in my entire life. Now what about the doughy part? Let's see what that's like. It's like a dumpling dough. You got pelmeni dough. It's a little chewy, doesn't fall apart, but it's absorbed the flavor of the onions that are on top of it. Just like the fish had. So this is a sick dish. Good job, the Autonomous Republic of Karakalpaqstan. When you're in Qaraqalpaqstan, at the end of the day, there's only one thing that you truly need to do. Some people will say, it's go to the art museum. Some people will say, go visit the RLC. Both of these are fine and dandy. But the real thing that you need to do is to take out the trash. But actually, the other most important thing you need to do is you get yourself a nice, ripe, juicy watermelon. You get yourself a nice, ripe honeydew. You cut them up and you eat them. Even in all of Uzbekistan, these are the two fruits known to be the best, the most ripe, the juiciest. You ask somebody in Tashkent about what you should do when you come to Nukus, the capital of this lovely autonomous republic. And you know what they'll tell you? They'll tell you to get your butt to the bazaar, get yourself some fruit, especially this honeydew, and you eat it. Because this is the juiciest, most mouth-watering, earth-shattering honeydew that you're ever gonna eat. Especially if it's off a chused knife. Just don't cut your tongue with it because you probably will. This is by far the best honeydew, you might know it as a melon, that I've ever had in my entire freaking adult life. Look how juicy this thing is. It's even in the shape of a smile. That's how good and juicy it is. Now, just so you know, this variant of the honeydew is called Uzbek. It is particularly local to Nukus. It is soft. It's not hard. You know how sometimes you're gonna get one and it's hard and you kind of like, it's crunchy? Those exist too, but this is the soft variant. It's so sweet and juicy that I'm sorry. We're done talking. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna go get another honeydew Peace and love.